All right, that says we're going. It looks like the audio is even working this time. Nothing like streaming out a live video and there's no audio to go with it. Um, in any case, you guys are probably used to this. If you're seeing this video, odds are good you probably received our blog via the email, Now I sound really old, via the Google. You kids get off my lawn. Um, via email, and if not, you can certainly subscribe to it or go read it on our website. I know I received the email, so it did seem to be free of technological issues this time around when it comes to the distribution. In any case, our blog post this time around is about the tax benefits of owning real estate. Now, I'm probably going to start and end all of this by saying I am not a tax preparer. I am not a CPA. I am not a tax attorney, and all tax advice, legitimate tax advice, should be sought through someone in that role. But for those of you that don't know me that well, you probably should know that having spent half my life in finance and the son of a tax attorney, the grandson of a CPA, I've kind of been circumnavigating what goes on in the tax world for my entire life. And some of it's really boring. No question, I don't think I could do either of those particular gigs. But our blog post does talk about some tax advantages when it comes to owning real estate. Obviously, reducing your taxable income every year, offsetting large unavoidable expenses like mortgage interest, property taxes, those kinds of things, appreciation without ongoing taxation. Now, that's a unique one, and there are going to be a lot of different things state by state. I think, for example, California still has a property tax freeze. So, whatever the property taxes were when you bought that property, that's what it will be for the length of ownership of that property. Obviously, in Colorado, we do see property tax increases on the regular, especially in recent years, although we do get the ability to contest that and actually communicate with the county, with the assessor, and have that mitigated to a degree. Okay. Mortgage interest, obviously, still a very, very big issue when it comes to one of the tax benefits of owning real estate. Property taxes and SALT deductions, those kinds of things. Again, talk to your tax preparer if you don't know what this is, state and local tax deductions for SALT. There are going to be some benefits depending upon where you are and depending on who you are and how your tax preparation looks like that year over year. Home improvements is another big one. You may very well be looking at tax credits or tax deductions for things like structural additions, major remodels, roofs, systems replacements, as well as things like energy efficient improvements. There are quite a few benefits in the way of tax credits that way. Obviously, these all have a shelf life. So make sure that you are talking again to your tax preparer. I've probably disclosed that like 6 times now. Talk to your tax preparer if you're doing major home improvements, renovations, energy efficient improvements, those kinds of things. And then obviously there's been a lot of talk in recent years, and the tax code has about 2,000 changes to it every year. Obviously, a lot of them are negligible and aren't always going to apply to you. But one of the big ones that we've talked about in recent years is capital gains exclusions. And on your primary residence, it is currently $250,000 for a single filer, $500,000 for a couple filing jointly, where you are not going to suffer a capital gains tax hit on that gap in the valuation increase and the value increase from when you bought the house to the time you sell the house. So those are a lot of the things we talk about. Real estate is a long-term tax strategy. We talk about making sure that your agent, thank you to all the real estate agents that help contribute to this, but that your real estate agent knows what your plans are when it comes to reaping tax benefits so that they can help guide some of that structure and make sure that the information that's being relayed to your tax preparer is true, accurate, thoughtful, correct, those kinds of things. Okay, so that's it. I'm not going to bore you guys with all the details this time around. If you want to go read the blog post, feel free. It's on our website, corefinancegroup.com. Sorry, bear with me. Didn't sleep enough last night. I'll get another cup of coffee here when we're done. And it's available if you want to subscribe and get the email on the regular, but really good content this time around. And thank you to everyone who gave us some feedback on all of the tax benefits built into owning real estate. That's it this time around. You guys have an amazing day. We'll see you with another blog post video in a couple of weeks. And Adam out.